Yeah, hello friend, good morning, good evening. Today I'm going to explain in detail in last session I was explain about the uh, Informatica. I was explain about the Informatica performance tuning. So today I will just try to explain in detail. So I'm going to open my VM so that I can show you how to start means your debugging means investigating right that thing so that you can understood where we can identify the actual things, right, what you are going to read basically. That's what main intention. So yeah, let me open uh, Informatica. So yeah, let's start system. Okay, start the Informatica. Once get start, then I can show you actual. In past, whatever I was explained, right, how to start performance tuning in Informatica. Basically, why this concept came because suppose initially there is no issue, right, when you start implementing Informatica in your organization. But when your organization just aged, right, and 7 to 8 years data you have stored, then that kind of issue started. Okay, then you need to uh, first I am starting our Informatica because it's a Windows system. So uh, I started manually here, and once I get started, so I will show you how to start reading the session. And oh, okay, so be, yeah, just touch with me. I just try to explain here. Yeah, just opening Power Center Designer, and so that I can just show you whatever I was develop in last part. I just execute that one mapping and I just try to show how to read the session, right? So that is our intention for today class. Okay, so that you can start reading at least, right, how to your Informatica, and how to read the actually session log so that you can start identify the bottleneck, right? Once you identify the bottleneck, then you can do your process, and what things you are going to implement, right? Then let's open my system. So, yeah, in VM is taking more time. Just wait for a couple of minutes. Yeah, opening workflow so that I can execute. A complete and practical thing, so it will take some times, right? So if any question, anything, you can just comment out. I will try to explain, right? So yeah, so in practical things, it will taking time. Main login system. Last session, if you remember, I was explain about the uh, how to read and how to fix right sequence wise. The similar thing, I just try to execute one mapping. Okay, let me just log in the workflow. Okay, and I will execute, then I will show you. Suppose, yeah. This is the one mapping. I'm just executing directly so that you can understand. Yeah. See the workflow monitor. Suppose if anything, suppose I say one question was someone was raised, right? Yeah, how to monitor that thing. So yeah, you can monitor your job once you done everything. So you can monitor your job by using the monitor. Suppose you want to check entire thing, right? So you can get all property from here. So every detail you can just view. Suppose you want to check entire things, right? Suppose multiple session in your workflow. So you can execute like this. Okay, session property. You can check here. Also, if suppose here one session, then showing one session detail. Suppose you multiple, then you can view the multiple things, right? But in our case, there is single session associated with this workflow. Okay, so here is instance name, task type, integration name, node. Like I was created one node, right? That node is here. Start time. What is the start recovery time? Okay, uh, status is updated like succeeded this mapping. If any error or something, that will be so. If something was deleted, then it will be so here there is no deletion happen. What is the version? There is showing the version of your session, right? Suppose you implement changes and deploy again, then version will be a 2. So that's information also showing inside your workflow monitor, right? Mapping, what is the mapping name, what is the number of source rows, right? Source failed, right? Target failed, right? Total transformation. So there is information in high level you can view. Now I'm going to read the session log. Just come with me. This is a session log, right? Suppose if you remember session is having entire information, right? Entire source, target, transfer, whatever transformation you used, that entire thing is available here. Suppose yeah, first line what is things are showing, writing session output to particular this folder, right? Server folders. Again, initializing session. Session means your session is started, right? What is the repository? What is the server instance? Which folder your mapping is exist, what is the workflow name, what is the mapping name, date format, which date format are you going to use, session name, running partition. If you used, suppose you are used some partition, then that partition group also showing here. Okay, parallel pipeline, initialization session on server mode. Suppose I used server mode as Sky something. Yeah, mode also you can use for change, right? So it depends on the situation, right? It depends on the where you are working, right? That information you can use. Now we can read the server code page, session sort order, right? Using session private deadlock, DTM errors, right? Uh, TCH writing transformation. This is the some post something is warning so that some department is passed like this. So yeah, some warning also showing because it's not unable to open or unable to read properly. That's what here is showing some warning. So you can resolve that part. Similar way, multiple thing, yeah, buffer size, why, right? So yeah, this is the read things you can start reading. Main approach, what I thought is a very short things. So yeah, here is if you notice reader, yeah, say run information for target load order group, right? Concurrent set. This is the main intention to read, right? Support thread reader one. Suppose our reader created the read stage for partition point. This one. This is our entire information. So this is the main things we need to read during the performance tuning. So just check how much time was taken the our reader. The total time insufficient for meaningful study. Here is showing the because very less record. That's what here is no actual BG or something keyword is not available here. That's what very less record. But yeah, how you can where you need to go where the writer run complete kind of information there. You need to read the thread reader. Just read out the how much time utilized by the readers thread and how much transformation thread was utilized that information. Now the how much writer, right? So once everything is created, right? What was the I was explained that time? Which information you can get and start fixing, right? So that information first you need to go and writer means the target side. Yeah, suppose your writer taking huge time, then you start fixing first a writer thread. Then you come to your source thread, right? Reader thread. If your reader means your reader taking huge time, then you start fixing to reader source qualifier and everything, right? Whatever your doesn't matter like you are using relational database or flat file or any other sources, right? But yeah, this is the sequence of fixing the performance tuning. After then at last we need to fix your transformations level. So these all are about the some practical things. So if you right, so yeah, there is a multiple partitions also. There is multiple way how to fix, right? So sometimes suppose we understood like somewhere each writer thread, maybe some our writer thread means about target having the indexes, right? And you are trying to load, so it will take huge time. So just avoid that thing. You just try to um, uh, drop that indexing, then you can load that data. It will be very easy, useful to take the throughput perfectly. That was the one approach. And there's some different approach also. Sometimes suppose your reader is taking huge time, so maybe there is no indexes at your um, uh, column, some where you are using in where clause. So this kind of rules you can set or create the new indexes. Then you can start using created index, then you can use that column in where clause and start check the stats, right? Once stats are get performing well, then you can use that. Then see the multiple way you can use and fix your performance of your mapping and other things, right? Okay. So these are the some basics rules, right? Whatever I was explained. So you can try to fix and just let us know. I will take some other example so that I can explain in detail as well. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. And just ping and comment me if you required any more information. I will try to fix in detail. Okay. Thanks a lot.